Okay, everybody, it's almost 6:30, so we're going to be getting started in just a few minutes. Occasionally, you'll see me glancing over that way because I have another computer over there that I'll be looking at. There's a time delay, but that helps me to see how things are formatting. On this one, I'm conducting this from Google Hangouts, actually YouTube Live, and that computer lets me see exactly what you're seeing. So okay, everybody, we're going to get started in a minute. I'm going to pause and take a look over there. So give me a minute. So we're going to be getting started in just a few minutes. Occasionally, you'll see me glancing over that way because I have another computer over there that I'll be looking at. There's a time delay, but that helps me to see how okay, everybody, it's almost on this one. I'm 6:30 conducting this from, so we're going to go ahead and start it on YouTube Live. Occasionally, you'll see me glancing over that way exactly because I have another computer over there that I'll be looking at. We're going to get started in a minute late, but that helps me to see how things are formatting. On this one, I'm conducting this pause and take a look. There's a YouTube Live. And I have another computer over there. That computer lets me see exactly what you're saying. So we're going to get started in a minute. I'm going to pause and take a look. Okay, you probably will have heard a little feedback going on. I had some browsers opened up that I had to close. So hopefully now the sound should be okay. You should be able to see me okay. And so now we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, I want to begin by just telling you a little bit about who I am and giving you some idea of why you might want to pay attention to some of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you. First of all, I have been self-employed since 1980. In other words, I've never worked for anyone other than myself since 1980. Prior to 1980, I never worked for anyone other than myself for more than 6 months. So I can literally say that I have been self-employed pretty much my entire life. And trust me, I've done a lot of things right, and I've done 10 times more things wrong, but I've learned a lot. I've actually have owned, me and my family, we've owned 2 grocery stores. We had a restaurant. We owned a Realty World real estate franchise. We've had a property management company. We had a Tax Smart America, tax franchise. I have been involved in internet marketing groups. I was involved with an organization called the Widgeteers a number of years ago. Todd Gross was a great help with us when we launched that business. He was pretty famous then, but not as much as he is nowadays. We were with Keith Carberry and a lot of other individuals. We came together and we literally represented 23 different countries. And we launched this program called the Widgeteers. And we had a lot of problems, but we managed to build it up to where we were literally getting 30,000 hits to our website every single day. However, when you got 23 different people from 23 different countries all working together, conflicts do develop, and eventually we decided to break up because we had some irreconcilable differences. I also served on the board of directors for a network marketing company called the Fan Club International. I was on the board of directors, and I also served as their tax consultant. And once again, the owner and I, who are still good friends to this day, but there were a few issues which caused me to resign my position as being on the board of directors, but I learned a lot about network marketing. Then around, I would say around 2006, 2007, I decided to shut down my businesses and I began to go into full-time pastoring. I became the senior pastor of a small church in the city of Compton, and I was there until about 2012. In 2012, I found myself in the hospital. I was diagnosed with what they call a pancreatic mass, which is a milder form, but it's a pancreatic cancer. And I pretty much was in the hospital that entire year. Near the end of the year, I had a major surgery. It was called a Whipple surgery. It was a 13-hour surgery. And they told me it's going to take a few years to recover. It's been about a little over 2 years now. But after I got out of the hospital, really wasn't a whole lot I could do. So I turned the church over to a good friend of mine who was assisting me at that time, and really had to take some time and reflect on what it is I wanted to do. So right around 2014, end of last year, me and my wife, we decided to leave the LA area and to move here to the Las Vegas area. Now, before I left, we had begun to start building a network marketing company. I was holding meetings. We were starting to grow. We were getting pretty big. But right around the time that I decided to move, the company made some changes, not that negative, actually very good, but it took some time for them to get everything together. And since that time, I've decided that, you know, I want to share, I want to give back to people some of the things that I've learned about network marketing, and plus some of the new things that I've learned, because I've been studying this industry, especially in light of recent developments with social media marketing. And quite frankly, I believe that I've literally cracked the code that will allow network marketers to really change the way they've been doing business. So I have a little presentation that I want to share with you. It's going to be very informal, and periodically I might pop in and talk to you again, but it's going to be a PowerPoint type presentation. So give me a minute. I'm going to turn on my screen sharing and we're going to begin our presentation. Okay, I want to talk to you about where the network marketing industry is and why it's important that if you really want to be successful in the coming years, you really need to, if you're not already in the network marketing arena, you really need to give it some serious consideration. Now, just to give you some idea of what you can expect in this particular hangout. Number one, this hangout is probably will be about an hour. It might be a little less, might be a little longer, kind of depends, but I don't plan to go much longer than an hour. And we plan to do these every Monday. And each Monday we're going to have a different emphasis, even though we're going to be primarily dealing with the topic of the network marketing industry 2015 and beyond. We're going to attempt to have a replay of these presentations up for like 72 hours. So you'll be able to come back to this location, send friends there and you can review the presentation that we're having. I'm going to attempt to answer the question, why the network marketing business model? Because I believe that even if you have a 9-to-5 job, this is the model that you need to really consider. I think everyone needs to have a network marketing business. Next thing I'm going to focus on, like I said, there's been a lot of developments in social media, but Facebook especially, and I'm going to share with you why I think this is where you need to be if you're in network marketing. In fact, not just network marketing, if you're in any business whatsoever, you really need to look into using Facebook in your marketing efforts. Now, to be effective with Facebook, you're going to need certain tools. And so we're going to talk about some of those two in particular, which I think are absolutely critical. Secondarily, finally, we're going to talk about another type of training that we're going to be doing, which is going to be bi-monthly. We haven't set the exact time of this, but this training is going to be more focused on specifics. Like there may be training that we do on how to set up sales funnels, how to do targeted Facebook advertising. Also, because of our extensive background in taxes, especially home-based businesses, we'll be talking about things like how to set up a home office so that you can get the maximum deductions, how to take gas deduction properly, how to hire your children, and a whole host of other topics. So over the coming months, we plan to have some really powerful content for you. These trainings will be done twice a month. We won't probably be using Google Hangouts for the bi-monthly training, but I'll get more into that as we move along. Now, I want you to get this into your head and your mind. I sincerely believe that you can retire quickly with a serious lifetime residual income. And when I say quickly, I mean 2, 3 years, maybe 5, but that's what I mean by quickly. I don't mean 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, because this is a real business model that we're talking about here. But I am going to say that you can retire with between $250,000 to over $1 million or more per year. Now, it only takes $25,000 per month to earn $250,000 in a year. And so we believe that if you use the network marketing model properly and you use the proper tools such as Facebook, you can accomplish this, and you can do so, because this is important, without overly working. You can do it without sacrificing your dreams, your passions. And if you're like me, you know, I have my number one passion is teaching the Word of God. So I spend a lot of time developing lessons and doing presentations in that arena. And I really don't want to spend all my time trying to make money, because that's one of the issues that a lot of people have, is they begin to trade their time for money. We give our time to a job. And if you're self-employed, you give even more time to trying to run a business. I used to brag to my employees that by the time they came to work, I already worked 8 hours. And when they went home, I was still working. You know, that's a problem with a lot of self-employed individuals, especially your standard brick and mortar business owners, is that they literally work more hours than a person who's working a 9 to 5. But I believe that you can literally create an incredible income with the network marketing business model without sacrificing all of your time. But first, folks, you really have just got to stop the insanity of doing the same thing and expecting a different result. You're going to have to make some changes. And I believe that one of the changes that you need to make is that you need to get involved in the network marketing arena, because I believe network marketing is the solution to many of the financial problems that many people are dealing with today. In fact, I'm sure you've heard of this gentleman. His name is Donald Trump. And Donald Trump made an appearance on a David Letterman show, and Dave asked him what he would do if he lost everything and had to start from scratch. And without hesitating, Donald Trump said that he would find a good network marketing company and get to work. The audience started to hoot and boo him, and he looked out at the audience and deadpanned his response. And he said, "That's why I'm sitting up here and you are all sitting out there." See, there's a lot of really smart people that are advocating the network marketing business model. And unlike most business models, the network marketing business thrives in bad economies. Now, I know that you may have heard on the news that the economy is thriving, and we have pockets in our country where it is actually thriving. But for the most of the country, the economy is really sort of flat. But even if it wasn't flat, the biggest problem is jobs. If you really dig into the job situation, we're at all-time high for unemployment. In fact, the unemployment situation is so bad that the government had to start breaking down their unemployment records into what I call the big U's. They got a U1, a U2, a U3, U4, U5, and a U6, and they never quote the U6 numbers in the news, because that's what the real unemployment is. And if you go to I forgot which website, I'll get it for you later, but it's one of the government websites where they track these types of things. they will tell you that the U6 unemployment rate is closer right now to 11, 12%, not the 5 or 6% that they're telling you in the news, which has led to this gentleman. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name is Rod Cook. He's one of the leading consultants in the network marketing industry. And he made this statement in 2013. He said, in good economic times, people are less interested in career alternatives, but they can easily afford to buy more consumer goods. In bad times, they crave new business opportunities. Today, we could soon be facing global recession and tremendous worldwide opportunities for you. Here's another gentleman. This is Robert Laura. He's a retirement specialist. He wrote an article in Forbes magazine last year around the end of around October of last year. And he stated this. He says, I believe that the entire industry, he was referring to the network marketing, is poised for explosive growth. More and more people are coming to terms with the fact that they probably aren't going to be able to save enough money. And that's another issue. Not only do we have a problem with jobs, we have a problem with people having jobs that pay enough money. The jobs that we have available in abundance are low-paying jobs. And that's a problem for most people. But especially for baby boomers who are finding out that we're retiring with substantially less money than we had when we were working, and I am one of the baby boomers, and we still have to continue. In fact, most baby boomers have already come to the conclusion that they got to work the rest of their lives. But Robert Laura went on to say, another growing reality that could benefit MLM and related businesses is the increasing number of baby boomers who are disenchanted with their current careers. He went further to say, combine that concept with the eye-opening statistics like AARP's estimate that half of all baby boomers are interested in starting a business, and the making of a massive trend is in place. MLM and direct selling programs offer very low barriers into entrepreneurship, often providing training, support, and ample encouragement along the way. Now, this was in late of 2014. So there are a number of factors that have converged together in such a way as I believe is going to cause the network marketing industry to explode. In fact, I believe it's already begun. You're here at the right place at the right time. This is the time to really get into a good network marketing company, because this industry, folks, I believe is about to explode on a level unprecedented in its 50 plus years of existence. So this is why I say that right now you want to be in network marketing for 2015 and beyond. Now, just as a review, this is something that I go over every week. There are three major principles that you need to understand if you're going to be involved in the network marketing arena. One is leverage, the other is duplication, and the third is logarithmic growth. Now, it is quite possible that if you've been in this business for any length of time, you've heard of all of these terms. But if you're new to the industry, you may not. So I just want to go over a quick review of what these terms mean. First of all, the concept of leverage. I define it as a small effort being leveraged into greater effort. Okay? Another way to look at it is as you are going to use the efforts of other people. I call it OPE. So you're going to go out and you're going to get a small number of people. But that small number of people are going to leverage itself into more. And as you begin to continue to bring that one or two people, what you're going to see is your organization is growing and growing and growing because not of your efforts, but because of the efforts of other people. So you're using a small amount of effort but it's being leveraged into a large, massive amount of effort. And that's what I mean by leverage. The other is duplication. Now, John Paul Getty said, I'd rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own efforts. Another way of looking at that is that you want to have an easily duplicatable systems. So you want to create a system that produces an income that is easy for others to duplicate. When you create a system that others can easily duplicate and they begin to duplicate it, and you are earning a little bit off of the efforts of each and every single one of them, folks, you're beginning to create a scenario where you are being able to create what we call logarithmic growth. Now, logarithmic growth can and should, if done properly, create what I call the snowball effect. Once again, we're talking about starting small. So you might begin your network marketing organization and you may make just a few dollars, not a lot. You may be making this for your first month or a couple of months, may not be a whole lot. But as you continue to build and beginning to bring people into your organization, you don't need hundreds of people or thousands of people. You're bringing in a small amount because you're utilizing leverage, and your organization begins to grow and your income begins to go. Over time, it becomes in from the hundreds of dollars to the thousands of dollars. Then it moves from thousands of dollars to tens of thousands of dollars. And finally, you end up with total financial security. And this is what we mean by logarithmic growth. And I have some presentations that we'll be doing where we'll dig into this and drill into this a little bit deeper so that you can get even greater appreciation for the power of logarithmic growth. We all call it, the model that I use to illustrate this, I call it the power of one, which I'm not going to deal with tonight. Now, the big issue, the really big issue that most network marketers have is finding leaders. Finding that one person who will duplicate the system and will stick with it, who will be persistent and consistent and will stick with it long enough to see the results. What you want to avoid are the hooters and booers, the naysayers, the people who, are critical, who don't want to be bothered with it. Those are not the people that you want. And the problem has always been how to find those leaders, because leaders are everywhere, but we got to figure out how to find them. And I can tell you now, okay, the number one problem for every single network marketer, and I cannot emphasize enough, is finding not hundreds and hundreds of people, as sometimes they give you the impression that you need, but finding that one. And then finding the next one. You want to find one at a time. And when you are able to do that, that's when you can take advantage of leverage, duplication, and logarithmic growth. The old model of bugging your family and friends, folks, just isn't working. In fact, it has never really worked to any real degree. I mean, in the 50 plus years of the network marketing industry, only 5% of the people have literally been successful with bugging their families and friends. Because just because someone is a family member or a friend, okay, does not make them qualified or interested in what you have. In fact, what normally happens is after a while, your family gets tired of seeing you because they know that you're going to be coming with them and bugging them with one problem after another. And quite frankly, this model pretty much limits the vast majority of people from being successful in network marketing. It creates a scenario where maybe about 5% normally succeed. And if that's not a big enough problem, okay, not only are we told to make lists to go find family and friends, we're told to contact everybody. And when you're contacting hundreds of people, you run into hundreds of rejections over and over again just to find a yes. In fact, they teach you, I literally am guilty of teaching this myself, that you want to get hundreds of no's. You know, you can figure out how successful you're going to be by how many no's you get. The problem is people get burnt out quickly because people don't like rejection. So you find, once again, a small number of people with really thick skins who can deal with rejection, but the vast majority of the people, they just give up, they leave. That's why most network marketing companies have what they call a 90-day projection. They figure they got about 90 days to get something out of you, because after 90 days, you're going to be burnt out. You're going to be tired of rejection, and you're going to move on. You're either going to leave the industry or go try and find another company that's promising you pie in the sky. And therefore, it becomes very difficult for anyone to really build a network marketing business, not because it's hard, but because it's hard to find that one person who is interested in what you have to offer. And that's critical. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to find the one. I'm going to tell you that because of social media and recent developments, finding the one has become easier than ever before. And there's one social media organization that has literally dominated them all. And that is Facebook. Folks, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are not looking into Facebook as a means of building your network, you're missing the boat. I understand. Let me come back here for a minute. Look, I understand. There are a lot of people that are out there right now, and they're saying that Facebook doesn't work. There are a lot of people that are bombarding their pages with all these posts, and they're not recruiting anybody. They're not getting anyone. I get it. But just because you're hearing all these things doesn't mean Facebook is not the method. And so it's important that you don't listen to all the naysayers, even when it comes to utilizing Facebook to market your business. And you got to learn how. And so let me go back to my presentation here. As I was saying, you need to be on Facebook. Listen, close to 1 million people joined Facebook between 2014, and I put 2055 there, but really, folks, that's 2015, this year. There are right now close to 1.4 billion people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Billion people who are users on Facebook. The only social media structure out there, platform out there that comes close to this is YouTube. And YouTube is becoming a force to be reckoned with when it comes to building your business. However, it's a little bit more difficult to tap into Facebook. They're doing some things, and as they improve, we're going to share that with you in our training. But right now, folks, I'm telling you, Facebook is where you want to be. For years, they've been gathering data on all of these people, and Facebook currently has the biggest and most accurate database in the world. And this is the part that's most important. They allow you to tap into their database to build your list. Now, there's some specific ways you're going to have to do it. You can't just go in there with your old direct marketing ideas that you developed in other marketing media, because they don't work. Facebook has its own methodology. You got to understand the psychology behind it. But when you do, especially when you learn how to use targeted advertising, because that's really where the action is right now, it's in the targeted advertising, you can build almost any network marketing business. However, you are not going to be able to be effective unless you have the right tools. And that's why this is so important. There are two absolutely critical tools that you need to have if you want to be able to use Facebook to build your network marketing business. In fact, not just your network marketing business. I don't care if it's a tax business, a hair salon, a real estate company, a handyman business. It doesn't really matter. A pizza shop, a fast food restaurant. There are two critical tools that you must have if you really want to tap into the power that you have using Facebook as a medium to build your business. But for network marketers, folks, we have something special because of the power of leverage, duplication, and logarithmic growth. Now, the first tool that you're going to need is a Facebook app put out by a company called 22 Social. Folks, there are a lot of Facebook apps that do some of the things that this app does, but there's nothing out there that does everything that it does as effectively as it does. And this is an app you absolutely are going to need. Now, this app allows you to work within the Facebook environment. It's easy to use. It's feature rich. But on top of that, this company provides top-notch training and customer service, which is very important when you're moving into a new area. You need to have that support. They not only have customer support, but they have a group, a Facebook group, where I'm telling you, the participation of the people there who will help you to do anything that you want done, folks, you're going to love this app. Okay. With this app, you can create lead pages or some people call them squeeze pages. You can create them right in Facebook. You can do live video presentations as well as showing videos through this app. In fact, if you're on this live hangout, you're watching it through a 22 Social app right now. And there's some powerful features that this allows me to be able to do. And you can too. You can actually create membership sites. So if you have something of your own that you want to market or put out there, you can use this app to create membership sites. You can create a website within Facebook with this app. Folks, that's powerful. You can run contests within this app. And let me explain something about Facebook. You can literally send people outside of Facebook. You can send them outside of Facebook even with this app. However, the more that you do within the Facebook environment, the more Facebook loves you, the more love Facebook is going to give you. That means the more effective your marketing campaigns are going to be in the Facebook environment. Folks, this is so powerful. And it can do a lot more than what I'm telling you tonight. Now, they do have a free version. You can go and get the free version and test it out. But if you're going to build your network marketing business or any business, I can tell you now, you're going to absolutely need the pro version. The pro version is $22 per month. There's no getting around that. They do have a more advanced version for people who are interested in marketing to local businesses. That version is $67 per month. You don't need that for your own business. I have that version. I have the $67 a month version because I do a lot of marketing and I do consulting for other businesses. But you only need the $22 per month version of the app, which they call the pro version. Now, I am a great proponent of getting paid when I share something. I love it when I can get paid, especially when that product is as good as this. And I can really highly recommend it. But unfortunately, this app, there's no commissions that you can earn for sharing it. But you still are going to want to share this with people, because if you get 3 people who sign up through they will give you your app for free. So even though you can't earn any money per se, you can get your app for free just by sharing it with people. And if you want to learn more, you'll see a button at the bottom of the video which says 22 Social. When the webinar is over, just click it and you can get more information about it. But I'm telling you, this is a critical tool if you want to use Facebook for building your business, for building your network marketing business. The other tool that you're going to need is an autoresponder. Now, having an autoresponder is really critical for a number of reasons. And we're going to talk about those reasons as we go along. But you can't you got to have an autoresponder, folks, that is compatible with your 22 Social app. Fortunately, there are a lot of them out there. Aweber, GetResponse, Pure Leverage, GVO. There's some free ones out there. There's a lot of them out there that are compatible with 22S, and they're adding more all the time. So it won't be difficult to find a autoresponder that's compatible. However, I am going to tell you that just because they're compatible doesn't mean that it is the best one, excuse me, for you to use. You want an autoresponder that's easy to use. And yeah, if you're going to use your autoresponder for more than just your 22 Social app, because trust me, you want to use this for a host of other reasons. We're going to be doing some training just on autoresponders and how powerful they are. But you want one that's feature rich. And if you can, you want to be with a company that provides top-notch training and customer service just like 22 Social does. And it's for this reason that I recommend an autoresponder that is put out by a company called Pure Leverage. Now, this autoresponder also has a lead capture system. You can send video emails out through this system. They give you an authority blog, a literal blog that they build for you. They build the core of it for you and then allow you to customize it, okay, for whatever it is that you want. There's still a lot of power in blogging. They also give you a 100-seat online meeting room. Now, remember I said that we're going to be doing our training and it won't be inside the YouTube or Google Hangout environment. We're going to be using our conference room that we get through Pure Leverage. One of the reasons is because you actually get a much higher quality video. The only reason that I don't use it for everything is because it really doesn't work well with cell phones. However, the rebroadcasts will, because I just simply load them up to YouTube. But there are so many features in that online meeting room that it really is ideal for building your business, for meeting with customers and clients. If you have someone that's, say, over in another country or another state, you can meet with them in your meeting room and have a live conversation with them. There's just so much power to that. And that's not all that you get, but that's just a few of the reasons why you want to get your autoresponder service through Pure Leverage. Now, the cost for your Pure Leverage tool suite is $24.95. And that's for the suite of tools. That includes the autoresponder, it includes the conference room, it includes your authority blog, and it includes several other tools that are all designed to help you build your business. It's really built with the idea of helping you build whatever type of business you want to build. Now, they also have an optional reseller program, which is an additional $19.97. I highly urge you to do both. And I'm going to explain why. First of all, I am a great believer in creating multiple income streams, and we're going to actually have one of our Monday night presentations where we're going to make that the emphasis. Might be next week. But this can become an additional income stream that you can add to your network marketing business, or any business for that matter, because it's a tool that everybody in your organization is going to need, and they might as well become a reseller too. But it doesn't matter if they do or not. If you are, you're going to get paid. In fact, you get 100% commission on the first month of every payment that a person makes on that $24.95. And then you get 50% every month that they make a payment thereafter. That's powerful. And they actually pay more than that. They literally have a component that allows you to actually get paid to infinity, which is one of the key components that you want to look for in any network marketing company. And when we go back through the 8 essentials, which will never be an emphasis on another one of our broadcasts, we'll make that clear. Now, this company does pay you commission. And once you have just 4 people, you would have earned $99.80 up front plus $49.80 per month. That means not only is your cost covered, meaning that your cost for pure leverage is free, but folks, you are in profit. You're making a profit with just 4 people. So think about how powerful that is. And right now, I have a button below here, and you got to make sure that you go through that button because this is a special arrangement. But for $1, just $1, you could try this program and test it for 30 days. So make sure you use the link below. Give this program a test run. Now, another thing that you really need to learn how to know, most network marketers don't really put a big emphasis on building lists, primarily because you listen too much to your company. Now, I'm going to kind of be a little radical here. In fact, let me, I kind of want to come back and talk to you a little bit here. I'm going to be a little radical. One of the problems that I've often have run across with a lot of my clients, especially in my tax practice who had network marketing businesses, I would ask them, the name of your business. What kind of business are you in? And they would say, well, I'm in Mary Kay, or I'm in Zango, or I'm in Zurita, or I'm in Secret, or I'm in whatever the name of their network marketing company is. And I try to explain to them, understand, that's not your business. That's their business. You are an independent contractor. And let me emphasize this. You are an independent contractor with them. You are building your business, not their business. You want to build your brand, not their brand. Let me give you an example. Most of us are familiar with Walmart. Well, walk into any Walmart store and you're going to find that they have independent contractual agreements with numerous companies. Frito-Lay. There might be a Jack in the Box in there. It could be Colgate, Lay's potato chips. All of these vendors are in there and they sell their products, but Walmart is going to brand Walmart. You need to brand you. I'm with a company, one of my favorite companies. There's a link below for SocialNediaFx if you want to learn more about it. That's my company, which I highly urge you to take a look at. But what I'm sharing with you can be done with any company. But my company, SocialNediaFx, emphasizes, and they really, really want us to brand SocialNediaFx. And I'm trying to teach people that that's great for them. They should try and brand themselves, and they should get as many people to help them brand themselves as they want, but you should be branding yourself. I'm branding myself. because I want to build people who know me, who like me and trust me. And that's your goal too. Solivay wants people who know them, like them, and trust them. Same thing with Pure Leverage. Same thing with 22 Social. They are each out there trying to brand themselves, and you got to brand you. That's important because it's your business. And one of the ways to help you brand yourself is that if you build your list. This is more of a internet marketing concept that is a network marketing concept. Network marketers focus on building organizations, but they don't really build lists. Usually might build a list within their company, and that company owns it, but not them, and they have the dickens trying to get that information from them. So you have to build your list independently of your company. And this is where the power of autoresponders come in, especially your Pure Leverage autoresponder. So you want to build lists, not just your organization. You want to get the contact information from the people that you are introducing, even if they don't join your business. And this is important. You want to be able to stay in contact with people who are just expressing interest. You don't, whether they join your network marketing business or not, you want to stay in contact with them, and you want to do it through the autoresponder, which is really an email contact management system. That's really what they are. See, when you're out there building your organization, giving them duplicatable systems, you're going to be coming in contact with all sorts of people, and everybody is not going to join your business. Okay? Everyone is not going to be interested in your current offering. But you still want to stay in communication, and over time, you want to get them to know you, like you, and trust you. Now, I'm not going to go into how powerful this is because, once again, that's going to be an emphasis on another Monday night. Like I said, we're going to be covering the basics every Monday, but we're going to put an emphasis on some specific things because I want to give you some true value for attending these webinars. I don't just want to try and sell you on something. I want to teach you something. I want to give you something that you can use to help you build your business. So you want to get them to know, like, and trust you. And one of the ways, one of the most powerful ways, and has been the key for many very successful online marketers, is to be able to build a list of people who know you, like you, and trust you. Let me tell you, once your list is large enough and you've taken the time to give the people stuff that they like, and I need to share something else with you, okay? You want to build a list of people that have shared interest as you do. And the reason being, because if they are interested in the things you're interested in, when you find stuff that is beneficial to you, then you find stuff that is beneficial to them. And they may not be interested in your network marketing company. They may not be interested in 22 Social. They may not even be interested in Pure Leverage, but we have shared interest. I'm an entrepreneur. I love network marketing. I love internet marketing. So people who like these things, who are interested in them, we have shared interests. We have the same types of problems. Okay, we looking for tools, like we might want to make videos. One of the things I love is to make videos. So there's tools for that. I may run across something that is really beneficial to me. I can share it with you. Okay, there's sales funnels. We want to create sales funnels. We want to be able to market, like using Facebook information that I run across. The people who have like interest as me, okay, would be interested in the same thing. Same thing with my ministry. I have an interest in prophecy. I have an interest in apologetics. So I build a list of people who are interested in those things. And over time, I share with them. They share with me. We build a relationship. We get to know each other, like each other, trust each other. Over time, that relationship equates into more money. You get a significant list, and all of a sudden, you're going to find that, hey, I found this really great product, and I love it. and a significant number of people, because they have the same interest as you, same likes, they'll love it too. And you might earn $10 off of that. So you share it to your list. Maybe you have a huge list. Maybe you have a list of 30,000, 50,000 people. Over time, that's what you want to get. If 1,000 people bought that product and you earned $10 and they bought it within an hour, guess what you earned? $10,000. So you want to build the list. When you hear online marketers talk about the money is in the list, that's what you want. And that's why the 22 Social app is so powerful, because not only can you market your network marketing business, but you can build a list of people who have like interest, shared interests as you do. If you didn't learn anything else from this webinar, folks, I'm telling you, you just learned something that, quite frankly, is worth its weight in gold. So you really want to build your list. And your pure leverage autoresponder is going to be critical in that process, especially allowing you to take advantage of the power of Facebook. Folks, the combination, that's a 1-2 punch that will really make you a lot of money in the long run. Now, I'm going to be giving away a copy of my ebook, The $1 Million Blueprint. And in that ebook, I go through the 8 essentials of picking a great network marketing company. I go into greater depth about the 3 principles that I mentioned here: leverage, duplication, and logarithmic growth. I talk about how to use the tools to build an automatic, relentless cash machine, and a lot more. Now, I am in the process of redoing this book. There's some issues that I need to clear up in there. However, you can get the current version for free. If you click the link there, just know that there's some parts of it that need to be redone, and we're going to in the process of redoing it. But I decided not to wait, but to make it available to you, so you can click the link, you can get it, and I believe that you will still be able to get a lot out of it. And when we complete the new version, we will send you a copy, make it available to you. But you can click a link below and just get a copy of the current edition of it. Like I said, we're in the process of redoing it. Now, I mentioned that we're going to be doing bi-monthly training. The bi-monthly training won't begin until after April 15th. And the reason being is because some of the people that are going to be helping me in the training are in the tax preparation industry. And as you know, right now, tax preparers are really tied up. I am a consultant to tax preparers. I used to run a tax school. You probably say, hey, what is it that I have not done? Well, folks, I'm 62. I've done a lot. And when you've been self-employed for as long as I have, you have your fingers in it. But I actually ran a tax school in the state of California that was approved by the California Tax Education Council. And consequently, I have relationships with a lot of tax preparers, and I now act in a consultant capacity. A lot of times they find things that are very difficult for them to do. So they will contact me and I handle them. So right now, a lot of them are tied up into the tax preparation. And so once the tax season is finished, we will go ahead and we will begin to start our bi-monthly training. Now, we're going to be covering not just taxes. Like I said, we're going to be talking about tax advantages of owning a home-based business, but we're going to also be dealing with social media marketing. We're going to be talking about how to do some of the more traditional type marketing. We're going to be looking at how to use autoresponders. We're going to really be covering a lot of information in our bi-monthly training. But like I said, those will be conducted not in the Google environment, the YouTube environment, but it will be in our pure leverage conference rooms. So that's pretty much covers our presentation today. Well, one more thing I did mention, and I just want to go back. I mentioned to you that one of my company that I like is a company called SocialNediaFx. I do urge you to click the button to get a little bit more information about that. My daughter actually did a video, which I'm going to have up soon, where she talks about how to get free phone service. Because another thing that I'm going to do a training on, which is, just want to share this with you. You know, in your network marketing business, a lot of times you're going to run across people who need extra income right now. In other words, you may have a monthly requirement that they have to meet. Well, a lot of times, if you can show them how to get their cell phone service for free, especially if it's a family, you can save people quite a bit of money. Some people will be $30 a month. Some people will be $100 a month. With my family, it was like $400 a month because it was me, my wife, my two daughters. We were sharing a line. We were spending close to $400 a month with AT&T. When we switched to SocialNediaFx, we were able to, within a relatively short period of time, get all of our phones free. We all now have unlimited voice, unlimited text, unlimited data, and we all have it for free. So you take $400 a month, that's like $4,800 a year. We've been with them. We've been free for close to 2 years. We've saved over $8,000. That's money that we now have that we can use for other things. And so, you know, that's just another reason why you might want to take a look at SocialNediaFx, not just as a business, but you might just want to switch your cell phone service and get free and share that with your downline as well. Okay, now, this is a feature I haven't really mastered yet, but you should be able to put your questions, ask questions at the bottom. And hopefully, if I see a question, I will answer. I see some statements that we had at our last webinar. I don't see any questions right now. And if I don't see any questions, let me just take another look. Let me refresh. Okay, I don't see any questions. Hopefully, like I said, you understood everything that we shared with you today. And I just want to thank you for taking the time. And like I said, this broadcast is going to be available for at least 72 hours. So you can come back and take a look at it. You can send your friends here, your downline here. Hopefully this was some valuable information. Once again, we're going to be covering similar stuff every week, but we're going to be putting an emphasis on different things. So once again, thank you for being here as a part of my broadcast, and I appreciate you. Be blessed. Bye-bye.